Hey, Dean Guzowski here, 3D Property Solutions. I'm making a video more or less as a piece of evergreen content for the community, okay? I've not necessarily searched any of this stuff on YouTube, but I think that the value is there for me, and if I can go back for a resource and make a video on this, and put it out to the community, that's something that I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that there's a source of content here, and I'm going to read, which is right off my computer screen, right below the screen here. So please don't mind my eyes going down, to the screen below. So first and foremost, I want to go ahead and talk about the unemployment numbers. Okay, there's, I don't know that there's a video out there that is, short and condensed, like kind of what I'm hoping to accomplish here. But what I want to do is I want to run through the unemployment numbers, I don't know what else to call them. Like you got U1 through U9, okay? And there are unemployment numbers that are calculated by the government, but there's the one U3 that's the government reported number. And that is, from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, it is a year-over-year number. So you're comparing one year over the next, and it's, just generally speaking, actually you can get local numbers, you can get, national numbers, but these are the numbers and the conditions of how these numbers are calculated. So I hope that makes sense. I'm going to go ahead and read these off. So first one, actually, let me read what I have in front of me. So the U1 through U9 unemployment reporting system refers to a classification system used by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, okay, the BLS in the United States, to measure different aspects of unemployment. These codes represent various categories of unemployed individuals based on specific circumstances. Here's a brief description of each one of the codes, and you'll understand when they say the specific circumstances. You'll see what this means here in just a second. So U1, let's start here. Persons unemployed for 15 weeks or longer as a percentage of the civilian labor force. So that's people that are available to work. That's what that is, all right? U2, number 2, job losers. Not calling people who lost jobs losers, but they have lost jobs, so technically the way the government's classifying this, job losers and persons who completed temporary jobs as a percentage of the civilian labor force. That's U2. U3, this is the one that the government tracks, okay, year over year. The official unemployment rate, which represent total unemployed as a percentage of the civilian labor force. Let's go to number 4. U4 is U3 plus discouraged workers who have given up searching for employment as a percentage of the civilian labor force plus discouraged workers. I'm gonna get tired of reading that part. All right, U5, which is U4, which is also U3. So they're like starting to stack on each other now as we're, interpreting this. So U5, so is U4 plus marginally attached workers who are available for work but not actively searching, so capable workers, as a percentage of the civilian labor force plus marginally attached workers. Let's read that again, because U5 is U4 plus other marginally attached workers who are available for work but not actively searching as a percentage of the civilian labor force plus marginally attached workers. U6, it's U5 plus those employed part-time for economic reasons, often referred to as an involuntary part-time workers, as a percentage of the civilian labor force plus marginally attached workers. So find these and read them for yourself, and maybe you can comprehend them, all right? Because as I'm reading through this stuff, I'm like, this This is going to require a lot of study, and it really seems very complex. Where are we at? U7. This U6 plus the total unemployed and part-time workers for economic reasons as a percentage of all persons in the civilian labor force. So it's U6 plus the total unemployed part-time workers for economic reasons. What's that mean? U8. It's U7. So everything we talked about, the part-time workers for economic reasons, the part-time workers for economic reasons, that's twice, man. Marginally attached workers and discouraged workers. Now maybe you can see how they are actually working off of the unemployment number that is U3. So U8, it's U7, plus those who are marginally attached to the labor force, plus those who have involuntary part-time employment for economic reasons, maybe Christmas season trying to pick up some cash, as a percentage of all persons in the civilian labor force. Okay, U9, as we are 6 minutes, 20 seconds into the video, it's U8 plus all persons marginally attached to the labor force as a percentage of persons that marginally attached to the labor force. Oh, man, they repeated that like 3 times there. Okay, here's how they sum this up. Okay, after we get through U1 through U9, these measures provide a more nuanced view of unemployment by considering different dimensions such as duration of employment, discouraged workers, part-time employment. The U3 unemployment rate is commonly referred to as the official unemployment rate, while broader measures, U4 to U9, capture a wider range of employment-related conditions. Summing this up, I think I would go out on a limb and project that there's always people out there looking for additional income, okay? So when you start to talk about the part-time workers for economic reasons, like think about that. Like people need to make money seasonally, coming up with Christmas, and they're gonna, put another $1,200 to buy Christmas presents or whatever you can earn in a month on a part-time gig. But at its core, there's always a need for additional finances. Understanding the unemployment numbers is just part of the gig, okay? So I think really what it boils down to is we need to study, master your craft, and continue to thrive. So over at 3D Property Solutions, we deal in real estate investments over here in the Metro Detroit area, and secured our first nationwide deal down in North Carolina. But we're here to be a resource for the community. So if you need anything, please reach out to us. Through social media. You can find us online, dddhomebuyers.com. And if you have a house to sell, we buy those cash. We also buy cash flow investment properties. Reach out to us. We'll talk to you soon.